Hello students, in this video we learn about lists. So like strings, lists are a sequence of value, and a list is a data type that can be used to store any type of number of variable and information. The values in the list are called elements or items or list members, and we can access that list member through indexing of that element or member and using square brackets. So a list in Python is found by enclosing the values inside a square bracket, and unlike strings, lists are mutable, means we can change and modify the variables, and values in a list can be changed or modified and can be accessed using index value enclosed in square brackets. So here we can see how we define a list. So list name, and after list name assignment operator, and after assignment operator square brackets, and in the square brackets the items of or the elements of list. For example, L1 is the list name, and in brackets 10, 20, 30, 40 are the members of list. So these members have their own type, so that we can calculate with them, and it is automatically identified by the Python interpreter that which type of list members. If we define here a list member that is a character, so we cannot do calculation with that numbers, but we define a member of any list which is a integer type, so we can do calculation with that number also. Here see a list 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 up to 100, and let's see how indexing of a list. So indexing of a list member, indexing in the list. So same as string, we can also see here that elements are, when indexed from left to right side, it is called positive indexing, and when right to left, it is negative index. The only difference between positive and negative indexing is that positive indexing starts from 0 for the first element of list, and the negative indexing starts from the -1 from the last member of the list or last element of the list. So next we see that on the basis of index value, here the element list are accessed. You can see that how we define here list 1 have 10 values or 10 elements, and we print when list, then we get the whole list. For accessing the members of list, we use the index number. So index number 0 for the 10, so when we print the first member of list, we get 10 for 0 using index number 0, and we same as for 6, 9, and for -10 index we get element 10, and for list -5 from right side to 5th index is 60. That is the 5th element or 6th element of this list. Then next topic is list comprehension. List comprehension is an elegant to concise way of creating a list. So creating a new list from an existing list in the Python. So list comprehension consists of an expression followed by for statement inside square brackets. So let's see that example. That in this example, L1 is the list name, and in square bracket I is an integer which is multiplied with 1. For I in range 5 means it's running 5 times, 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And if I%2 equal to 0, if it means if the remainder is 0, when we divide that I or that the value of I by 2, then it give us a value, and that value will be stored in the list L1. So when we print the L1 list, we get 0, 2 and 4. It means the loop is running for 5 times 0, 1, 2 and 4. When the value of I is 0, when the value of I is 0, then I multiplied with 1 and we get the element that is 0. Because of when we divide 0 with 2, we get nothing, so the first value is 0. And in second time, the value of I is when 1, so 1 multiplied with 1 and we get 1. And when we divide 1 by 2, we did not get 0, so that it will not say 1 as an element of this list. But when we after third sequence, the value of I is 2, and for 2 is multiplied with 1 and we get, when we divide 2 with 2, we get remainder 0, so that the value 2 is stored as second element. Same as 3, we did not get remainder 0, so 3 is not saved in this, 3 is not satisfied in this condition, so it will not save as a list members. After 3, the next the last term is 5, so when we last term is 4, so when we divide 4 by 2, we get remainder 0, so the third value is 4. Same as we can run this program into our Python compiler also. Let's see and run some programs, these two, so understand it better that how it works. Another things is given that L1 I dot append I matrix by I, it transform, alter the value of I, so that we can change after transformation each value of I will be added to list L1. So we can add list values to list also. So next part is list slicing. This is also same as we saw in strings, that list slices are the sub part of a list extract out. So list slice can be created using indexes. Slicing is used to retrieve a subset of value, as we consider that list is the values of list is a set, so subset is extract as a slice. A slice of a list is basically its sublist. While indexing is used to obtain individual items, slicing allows us to obtain a subset of item when we enter a range that we want to extract. It is called range slicing. So for range there are 3 points: start, stop and step. So start point, we have to enter the starting value or starting index number, and for the so start, stop and step. The start point is the indexing value where we have to cut the slice, and stop point is the last ending point minus 1. If we give 6 is index number, it give us a slice index number for stop value, so give us a slice that before 6, that is 5th element of that list. And step means the increment value, that how much index will be jump after each increment. If we give here the index increment value minus 1, so that look at here, the output is what, that it is starting from 100 to 900. Increment is in minus direction, negative direction, or from descending order. So let's run some programs, or let again understand some more things like built-in functions and methods. Then after we will do all practicals. So let's see functions. So CMP functions, list and list 1 and list 2 will compare element from both the lists, and len list will return the total length of the list, max list returns the item with maximum value in the list, and min list returns the item with minimum value of the list. List sequence converts a tuple into a list, and sum of all the numeric values present in the list. There are some methods to edit our list or update our list, that is appends for adding items in the list. Index means finding the value on that index, finding the index number of any item in any list. Then insert method is used to insert any item into list by its index number, by also its index number. If we want to index any index number 4 in any item, so the other items can move into the fifth position. The fourth position's item moved into the fifth position, and by using insert method, index number and items inserted into that index number. Then after sort method, to sort the items in the list so that they appear in ascending order, lowest value to the highest values. Then remove. So by using remove method, we can remove any item by his value. Then reverse. So this is used to reverse the order of the items in the list. So here some examples are given. So program to find the maximum minimum values from the list. Then next is copying the list. So how can we copy list? So list 1 equal to 1, 2, 3, and list 2 equal to list 1. So list 1 can also contain that values which values have list 2. Another thing, that list 1 dot append 10. So it means the value 10 append to the list 1, and the total number of elements in list 1 is 4, and same as in list 2. Then we can also create the copy of clone of the list as a distinct object by using list.copy. So here list is given hello 10 25.5. So copying list, so new underscore list is equal to list.copy. So adding element using append after adding this is shown as hello 10 25.5 and Python. So the next topic is tuples. Now let's come to the compiler to understand by practical these experiments on list. So here our first list is L1 equal to 23, 45, 67, 53, 89, 51, 23 and 10. Let's see how many elements. So for finding the list we use len method. So let's write first print statement, then use parenthesis, then write the name of the function, that is len, and inside the len function parenthesis and the name of list, that is L1, then close the parenthesis and run the program. And here we can see there are 8 members or 8 elements in our list L1. Now for accessing the members we used indexing, and indexing starts from 0 to next. So the index number of 23 is 0, then 1, then 67 is 2, then 53 is 3, then this is 4, 5, 6 index number, and the index number of 7 is for the element value 10. We can also sort this list. So first let's try to access the members according to their index number. So first we access or print the value of through the our list name, and inside for accessing the values we are using square brackets, and in square brackets the number value is 5. Let's see which one have the fifth index or which value have fifth index. So print L1 5. When we run this program we get 51 is the value of fifth index number. Actually when you count it is from 1, that is sixth element, but in indexing that is the number of this element is 51. So same as when we write here minus sign, then index from the right side. So with minus sign when we run, so we get 53. So 53 because of it is started from minus 1, so 23 is minus 2, 51 is minus 3, 89 is minus 4, and 53 is minus 5. So minus 5 is the value we written here, and same value minus 5 is the index number for value 53, and that is the result. Now our next topic is related to the list comprehension. So in list comprehension we have to define a list using for loop and conditions. Means we can use for loop and condition also for defining a list. So let's try it in our compiler. So copying this and pasting to our compiler, so that here list L1 equal to I equal to 1 for I in range 5 if I% 2 equal to 0. So let's print it, and when we print this, the list name is L1, and after running program we get 0, 2 and 4. So 0, 2 and 4 are coming because of the I asterisk 1. So the value of I is going from 0 to 4, means 5 times the loop is running. Every time the value of I increases, it multiplied with 1, and it checked by if conditional statement that the remainder is, when we divide that number the value of I with 2, we get 0 or not at the remainder. If we get 0, at that value will be in the list, otherwise the value which have remainder other than 0 is not included in the list. So loop is running for 4 times, and every time for first time the value is 0, and when we divide 0 by 0 we get 0. That's why first value is 0, and the second value is 1, and when we divide 1 by 2 we get remainder 1, so that remainder is other than 0, so it will be not included in the list member. So this is called list comprehension, and after list comprehension we have to understand the another thing, that is list slicing. Let's see the practical of list slicing. So in this list we increase some elements. So if the range is 10 and I multiplied with 4 and percent remainder 3 equal to, if remainder 3 equal to, so we find out the values that is in form of multiple of 3. So when we run the program, we get 0, 12, 24 and 36. Each time I is multiplied with 4 and divided by the 3 for checking that remainder is 0 or not. So the multiple of 4, 12, 24 and 36, when we divide these numbers by 3, we get the remainder 0. So in this list there are less numbers, so that I multiplied with 10 for I in range 10, and we remove the condition from the here. So when we remove the condition, then run the program. So our list has 0, 10, 20, 30, 40 up to 90. In this list, let's multiply it with 100 or 123 and run, so that we get a list that have different numbers. Now we have to cut the slice. For cutting the slice, there are 3 options used, that are list name, and after list name, first value, that is for starting, and second value is for stop, and third value is for step increment. Okay, so let's write it. So in our list L1, we have to cut the slice and print out was the printout of that slice. So let's write it, print, and then parenthesis, and inside the parenthesis the name of the list, and then the name of the list is L1, and we have to cut the slice. So for cutting the slice, we use square brackets, and inside square brackets we want to cut the slice from the second index number. So let's write 2 and use colon, and from 2 to index number 2 to index number 7 we want to cut, or 6 we want to cut. So if we give here index number 7, that the elements come inside the slice is index number from 2 to 6, 7 not included, 7th index number element not included. And then we also just see this, then after we use the increment option. When we run the program, after using parenthesis, we can see that 246, 369, 492 and 492, 615 and 738. It means the list is from index number 2, and in our index number in our list, the index number 2 is 0, 1, 2, so 246, and after 246 the increment of 1, that is 369, then 492, then 615, then 38. If we give here some changes, do here some changes like increment of 2 and up to 8, then the slice cut from the list or subset, that subset are, when we run the program we can see. So after running, let's see, 246, 492, 738. 246 is the second index number, 492 is the fourth index number, and 738 is the 8th index number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 730 is the 7th index number, because of index number 8 not included. After this, cutting slices use some negative index numbers, so we use some negative index number like -7 to -2, and we watch that what list we get. That from -7 to -2, when we run this program, we get 369, and 369 from right side the the negative index number of that list from right side, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So -7 included but -2 not included, and -2 is 984. And we can also use increment. If we use positive number then and run the program, then we get 369 615 81. So it is from the left to right, but if we give here minus sign then and run the program, then we get from nothing, because of the sequence start stop is given, and starting point is from left side, left to right, and -2 shows that he has to decrement -2 from right to left. Therefore it gives nothing. And when we change the sequence of these numbers, the result is also not comes. If we change it -2 and it is -8 and we run the program, then also we get nothing, because of it cannot understand by the interpreter that how to move from -2 to -2 index number to right side and go to -8 index number, which is in the left side of list. After list slicing, let's understand some built-in functions and methods. These are comparing list 1 and list 2. Let's try to compare that both elements list are list type. So our first list is ready. Let's do some sort this list. So we will put here 3 or 4 elements, and then we define another list for comparing both lists. So our next list is L1, the name is L2, and this list have these members. So there are two lists. We are using compare list 1 and list 2. So using CMP, so C in small letter, compare function, and inside the compare function there are name of two lists. First list is our L1 and comma, second list is L2. We can see both are same, and when we compare, let's see what it gives as a result. So we need result in print format. So print command, and then parenthesis. Then let's run the program and see. Name CMP is not defined in line 3. Okay, CMP function, that list 1 and list 2, this is used for comparing elements from both the lists. When we did the practical of this, we get an error, and after using this function into another list, we also get error. Then we check and we find out that this function will not work in Python 3 or upper version. This is only for this world only in Python 2nd version. So our next function is len function. So as you know, after using len function, we get the length of the list So let's take a printout of this, and our list name is M. That the output will be the number of length of list M is 6. It means there are 6 elements. Then another function that we learn is max list. So max list function will return us the maximum value from any list. So let's find out the maximum value using max function. So print, then after max, then parenthesis, and inside the parenthesis list. That this time we use list K, and then we check that what is the maximum value in that list. So it is 56. In the list K it gives us 56. If we write here M, so in M list the maximum value is 546. Same as if I write here L1, it gives us the maximum value is L1 is 369. But in L2 this value is different because of loop is running 4 times. So when we run this we get 369, and in L2 when we run this we get 492 because of loop is running 5 times. So maximum value is more than the L1. After maximum value we can also find out the minimum value or minimum value of any element, the element who have minimum value in any list. So using min function we can find out the minimum value from any list. So let's see the minimum value from list L2, and after running this we get 0, the minimum value. If we check it in list M, so that the minimum value is 34, as we can see in M list. Then sum of list. So this function sums up all the numeric values present in the list. So use sum of this list by using sum function, and after sum here M is the name of list. When we run it count 873, the total of all elements sum of from list M. After sum function, Python also refers some list methods like append, index, insert, sort, remove or reverse. So let's run these methods. So first we use here append, means adding elements to a list. For using append method we just have to write the name of the list like M dot append, and then the value which I want to append. So the value is 900, and when we enter the program and was the printout of this program, print, and the list is M. So it add 900 also in the list for, so it can append. We can also insert by using index number. So for insert method we write here insert. So we want to index it at first position, so we index it at 0, and then so first parameter is index number and second parameter is the item which we want to insert. When we run this program, you can see here in the first position or the 0th position or 0 index number 900 is come. So by using insert method, we can insert any element to any position or any index number, and the rest elements moved to the right side of that list. After index number, we also have one more option, that is index item. So if we want to see the index number of any item, we use index and then the index number of 43. So let's see m dot index 43, that what is the index number, and run the program. Then we get 4. So 43 is the index number. 43 is a value which have the index number 4, because of our list have one more element that is inserted into the 0th position. Here you can say that sir, according to the indexing, 34 is the 0 index number and 43 is the 3 index number, but we also insert one more item into that list, that is 900 in 0th position. Therefore we can also watch it by using print, then here the name of our list, that is M, and when we run this program, we get, and we can see that the 4 index is of 43. We can sort this also. So let's see. Before printing M, we want to sort this list, so we use m dot sort and then function, and we run the program, and we can see that it's sorted from left to right. After sorting, in ascending order. After sorting, we can remove any item through remove method. So let us use remove method. So we want to remove, so we use remove method after sort, that m dot means list name dot remove 546, and we run this program, so that we can see that 546 is not in the output console. We can also reverse that list items using reverse method. So let's reverse the list using reverse method. So we can change here the name of remove into reverse and run the program, and see the list is in descending order because of reverse method. There is a program where we can find maximum values and minimum values in a list. So let's run that program also. So here we are creating a program where we take input the elements from the user and then give output maximum value, minimum value, and the average value of that list. So here just define a list, that is blank list. it contains nothing. Then after, take input or take a variable n, which take input and the type of that variable is integer, and in input we enter the number of elements in the list for user. So enter the number of elements in list. Then third line we take one more variable, that is I equal to 0. We use this variable for our loop. And now while I is less than n, while I is less than n, loop will run, means number of times input by the user. So when it x equal to, again ask for the element int, and we take input, enter the number of elements. So enter the value of elements in the list, enter the value of the element in the list. Okay. Then after, we append this value into our list. So our list is list dot append, and the value is x, which was inputted by the user. Then we increase the value of I, so that loop will be I plus equal to 1. Then we print the list. Our list name is list. After printing the list, we have to found minimum and maximum values. So we use some elements like max I maximum value equal to, and this maximum variable hold the max, and from our list, the name of list is list, max from list, and the minimum variable will store the minimum value from the list. So min function used. After this, we want to watch the result, so that use print statement. And inside the print statement, maximum value is and maximum value is, then after inverted comma the name of our variable, that is maximum and for minimum value is minimum. When we run this program, we can see enter the elements in the list. So we want 5 elements in the list, so enter the value of element, so it will be 23, 34, 54, 65, and the 5th element is 89. Then the list shown, maximum value is shown and minimum value is shown. After this, some more options that we will discuss in our next video.